shadows, these little cutouts and pockets. Great cast.
We've seen, 8 fish already, come tight with 2. This is an amazing fishery.
Montrose, Colorado is a great place, and we love our river, and we want to see more people down here.
That one, there he is.
There we go.
That's what's the great thing about, being here in Montrose. You could basically stay here in Montrose and play everywhere.
There he was. Oh, kind of average 15 inches so far, yeah?
I call it our sports car of our fleet. It's kind of a hole for every different river that we like to fish.
You see that right on the bank. There you go, in the bank. Yep.
There you go, big mend up.
There we go.
Came right out of the water for that one.
Another healthy one.
Yes, sir.
We have 54 employees, and 50 of them are rod builders. So that tells you kind of where our priorities lie.
There's so much to do, besides even fishing. You can do other things as well.
Come on, fish, let's party.
To cut those parts into what we call pucks.
Wow. I love hopper fishing. There's nothing like it.
Yeah, we try to call them Gunnison Footballs. We're just, compared to most of the country, this is above average the whole way.
Ooh, that's a nice sized fish.
Absolutely fantastic. Nice. Oh my goodness, that's the kind of fish that makes stickers out of.
The new Fly Fisher is supported by Montrose, Colorado, Ed's Fly Shop, Vair Watches, Scientific Anglers, Trout Unlimited,
Welcome to Western Colorado. Montrose, Colorado to be exact. Sitting at almost 5,800 feet of elevation, this mountain town is well known for ample outdoor recreational opportunities all season long. Its storied western past still echoes today of years gone by. With Western-style shops, restaurants, and cafes to suit any angler's needs. Montrose is the gateway to adventure with excellent shops, dining, and activities for the whole family. There's no wonder this fantastic town's slogan is, "Stay here, play everywhere." And the feather in the city of Montrose cap is that it's the gateway to the stunningly spectacular Black Canyon National Park. We're here the last week of July, a fantastic time to visit Montrose.
How you doing?
You all right?
Yeah.
This is Jeremy.
Oh, hey, Jeremy. How's it going?
Nice to meet you.
With the warmth of summer, Montrose offers all you'd expect from a western mountain town, including a rodeo and fair, as well as right in town, great opportunities to cool off at the Montrose Water Sports Park. We're here to play in the waters surrounding Montrose ourselves. In the heart of town, on Montrose's main street, you'll find Ed's Fly Shop. Founded in 2010 by owner Ed Levinus, takes great pride in offering full-service fly shops specializing in gear, fly tying materials, fly fishing classes, and of course, running an excellent guide service fishing the Uncompahgre, San Miguel, Gunnison Gorge, and Gunnison River proper.
We have a full-service fly shop here, so we offer everything from fly tying to gear, rods, reels, anything that you need, flies, anything that you're going to need to get onto the water. The fly shop started back in January 2010, so we've been in business for 15 years now, so it's exciting and going well.
We're here to experience the lower Gunnison, below the Gunnison Gorge, This week, we're being guided by Adam Parrott and head guide Robert Cato. We're on the make for both rainbow and brown trout looking up. Hoppers and dries will be the order of the days.
This is Adam Parrott. He's one of the guides here at Ed's Fly Shop in Montrose, Colorado. We're on the Gunnison. Never fished it before. What can I expect?
Today we're going to be fishing some single hoppers to the bank, maybe a little hopper dropper, but the fish are going to be tucked up real close, right in the shady banks, undercuts a little bit. So we're going to be fishing really close. If we're 2-3 inches from the bank, we're looking for those big browns to come up and suck a hopper down and really have a great trip on the river today. Montrose, Colorado is a great place, and we love our river, and we want to see more people down here.
Well, I'll tell you what, precision casting is something that I love to do. Let's go fishing.
Let's go fishing.
All right, you ready to party?
Yes, sir.
And things start out a little rough.
Oh yeah, get that on the camera.
Just shaking the lead out. I saw that caddis wrap around. I was like, ah.
Now that we have that out of the way, let's talk about casting to these browns.
Thank you.
All right, it's back to a single.
When Adam told me to put the fly 2 to 3 inches from the bank, he wasn't kidding.
So pretty much the only thing I'm going to say is closer and farther in front of the boat.
Yeah.
In this situation, the closer you can be to the grass line, the better.
Keep it in that moving water. We're looking for the moving water as close to the bank as we can get it.
And with this single fly setup, a single fly will allow me to get the hopper as close to the bank as humanly possible.
Little left of that to get it to go right down underneath that stick. Beauty. Set. Got him.
I've been an absolute disaster in the first 10 minutes of this day. Broke off 2 flies already and missed a fish. But it's all part of getting used to the fishery that you're there,
yeah.
Right? So
Just keep fighting him upstream.
yeah, just take a deep breath and calm down, and it'll come. On a Morse hopper?
More shopper.
Yes, sir. You're right, you do have to be close. Wow.
If you can get it close enough, they'll eat it.
But that's part of the game, right? You're going to risk losing flies because you're getting it that close.
Exactly, and most people aren't willing to lose flies. I'm gonna row back up and start at the top of that again. That's a good distance. Oh, a little closer to us, that gets kind of shallow there. Yeah, that distance, there's usually some sitting in front of these rocks, as we already saw. Sit.
Oh, it's a good fish. Man, super slow eat.
Yeah.
Super sippy. So Adam's been telling me about how close that this fly needs to get to the actual bank, and it's literally 6 inches. It takes some practice, but it shows because we've seen a bunch of boats go down here fishing already. They've fished these banks. We've had 4 or 5 fish come up in the last 15 minutes. Our first 15 minutes, like it's never been fished all day. So, you know, do what your guide tells you because he knows what's going on. That was a good fish too, better fish.
Yeah.
Does this river change much over the winter time?
No. Stays pretty consistent. Montrose is originally a farming community and has transitioned more to a support community for all of the towns we have around us, Telluride, Crested Butte, Gunnison.
Yeah.
All the towns around us really rely on Montrose as the hub of the western slope. But yeah. Dude, right where he was supposed to be.
Man, there's some fish in this river.
I think the last survey was 6,500 fish per river mile. there's lots of times they're sitting on these rocks, but really it's focusing on the grass with the grasshoppers right now.
Will they be in those little back eddy slack water?
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
just like that.
Oh, I pulled it away from them.
Chased it out of there. Right in the bubbles. That's a fish.
I can't get over, for a brown trout, how slow these eats are. You got to adjust to it. I'm setting as soon as I see the fish. No, you got to let them drop.
Yeah.
Oh, and they use the current. I mean, Adam, we've been fishing for a half an hour and we've seen, 8 fish already. Come tight with 2. This is amazing fishery.
It is pretty good in the summertime. We fish it in the wintertime also, but summertime is the attraction for sure.
Wow.
Too fun.
Wow. I love hopper fishing. There's nothing like it. They're all been kind of average 15 inches so far, yeah?
Yeah, we try to call them Gunnison Footballs. We're just pretty good average in here. There's some above average fish from time to time, but we really, well, compared to most of the country, this is above average the whole way. We'll ask you to sit for this one. There's a big rock to hit in the middle of this. Not that I'm gonna hit it, but
Yeah.
I wanna keep you in the boat.
I'd rather be in the boat.
This next bank right here, nice overhang, undercut bank, a little bit of moving water right next to the bank. Really, really my favorite bank in the whole river. Sit. Oh, he just nosed it. They're in there close, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. All those hours practicing at the schoolyard, hitting plates. This is what you do it for.
Right through that moving water.
You missed it again.
He was there, right where he was supposed to be. They're almost turning downstream. Oh, you got that one.
Yep, I did. Yeah, they have been eating it downstream, haven't they?
Yeah.
So on this bank, it is undercut. It is undercut, but the shadows are the structure that these
fish are keying in on.
Fish are keying in on, right? So anytime you see a shadow from a tree or a brush or a piece of vegetation on the water, put it through the shadow. Oh, pretty fish. I got 4X on here, so I don't want to mess around too much with them. But this Moorish hopper's putting on a clinic, isn't it?
Sure
that fish
is.
just ate there. Get his head up, skate him in the net. That's one of your footballs right there.
Gunnison football. That one's got some shoulders on him too.
Pretty fish.
Fatty. Yeah, another little tippet for you on this this really close to the bank fishing. These fish are coming up slow, so maybe rather than a straight up hook set, go down and around the front of the boat. Or
Sorry.
just catch another fish.
I was just listening to you. Down around like a sweep set.
Yeah, just a downstream hook set will really drag it into their mouth a little better.
Okay. Another little football. With fine spots on that one, hey?
These fish are all fat and full of hoppers.
Adam, can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
So you talked about with a slow-eating brown to sweep set the rod across the bow of the boat.
Yeah, downstream hook set.
Downstream hook set. When you've got a fish that's eating downstream, that's chasing the bug down and eating it that way, do you recommend doing the opposite and doing a sweep set upstream?
Yeah, if you can see it that quick, definitely an upstream hook set would work better at that time. But usually we try to focus on the downstream hook set just to drag that fly deeper into the fish's mouth because they're coming up really slow right now. There was that downstream hook set.
Well, that's effective because that looked like it didn't even look like a fish eating that fly.
That's right.
It's just a little dimple in the water, right? That's a good fish. In the slower water too, huh?
Yep, just that slow moving water.
That might be the best one of the day so far.
I believe so.
Wow, what an unbelievable fishery. And this is just like hour one. This is silly. See that? He came out from under that bank and then just tried to run back in.
Uh-huh.
He set the hook on himself, is what he did. What are you doing, dude?
Look how fat they all are. They're all just stocked full of hoppers or whatever they're eating.
And these are all wild fish, right?
All wild fish. I'm gonna change out your hopper because that thing's getting pretty beat up.
Dude, this is incredible. Is it like this all the time? Really?
If you can cast close enough.
As the river gradient drops, the water speed picks up. It's still important in this situation to put the fly as close to the bank as you can,
Now let's go all the way to the left here.
Left?
Yes, sir.
especially near the undercuts.
That's it. Bang.
Love the undercuts. Just love the undercut banks. That's so fun. And in this faster water, you got a way better chance of hooking them, right? Because it's a reaction bite.
Yeah, it's definitely pulling your line and getting it tighter faster.
So I should expect a more splashy kind of eat on these now, shouldn't I?
I think they're still gonna come up and slow sip it, but I don't think they're gonna turn and eyeball this smaller fly. All right.
That one was. Ate it downstream too.
Yeah.
So just before lunch, we put on a larger Moorish hopper, and we were getting a lot of refusals. I mean, a lot of refusals. 90% of the fish that we moved would just nose it or they wouldn't open their mouths. So after lunch, put on a caddis, a 16 caddis, and maybe that's the ticket, hey? Go smaller in this high bright sun.
Yeah. Definitely works a little better. Got some really nice fish coming up, and chawing on it. They're not looking at it anymore. They're really starting to go ahead and take it versus coming up and just snoofing it. Real small caddis we got on there. Beautiful brown trout.
So what are you doing now?
Like I said, I'm gonna go to a little bit bigger fly on the front and then put that little caddis on the back. To figure out where my box of flies went. There they are. So we'll go back to that medium-sized Morris hopper in a pink color and trail that tiny dry off the back of it. That way, if they don't want to eat that big one, they can say, ooh, look at that caddis. I'll eat that.
This is a great bank.
Yes, it is. Good moving water, good overhang, little shadow there, getting later in the evening, and a fish.
Another hopper eater. It's funny, give them a break from it and they turn right back onto it, huh?
I put that smaller one back on.
Oh, you did? The one we started out with?
Yep.
Ah. It still amazes me that they'd prefer a smaller protein offering than a bigger one.
Well, I think that comes from everybody wants to fish the fly that they can see versus the one that the fish wants.
Right. Oh, interesting.
So the fish have all seen all these giant hoppers with all the other boats coming through here. You throw one a little smaller and they think it's a natural one.
We fished the day away, and before I knew it, we were at the takeout. What a fantastic day. And this is just day one.
Adam, I gotta tell you something straight from my heart. The Gunnison blew every expectation I ever had way out of the water. What an absolutely incredible day of fishing. It was fun.
Beautiful clear water, big brown trout, really close to the banks, grassy banks, undercut banks, all the things you can dream of for trout fishing.
And though we're fishing dries to the banks, it was like sight casting because you could see those fish come up super slow, like cutthroat, like slowed down in half. It was so fun.
Yeah, you just gotta wait for them.
Yeah. What's planned for tomorrow?
Plan for tomorrow, we're gonna come in the evening time, try to catch that last hour, power hour, right before dark, get a little lower light on the water, a little more aggressive fish.
Cool. I'll help you with the boat.
Thank you.
Montrose, Colorado isn't only home to Ed's Fly Shop. The Gunnison and surrounding rivers and streams provide an incredible playground avenue for companies in the fly fishing industry to make Montrose home. Namely, independently owned Scott Fly Rods and Ross Abel Reels of the Mayfly Group. We were lucky enough to visit both companies to get a behind-the-scenes look at how technology is driving our sport. First up, Scott Fly Rods.
For 50 years, all we have done is handcraft high-performance fly rods. That's been our area of specialization. I'll start off with a brief history of Scott. It was founded in 1974 in San Francisco, California. The company moved to this part of Colorado, to western Colorado, Montrose and Telluride. It was a move that the new owner who purchased the company from the founder made to allow everyone who worked at Scott to have access to a much better quality of life and, of course, much better access to fishing. I think we're the only company that hasn't branched out into other product categories. We only wholesale through specialty fly shops, so we don't sell on Amazon or eBay. So you have to go somewhere like Ed's Fly Shop to buy a Scott fly rod, so it's a pretty special experience. Scott has built its reputation on innovation in fly fishing. When we started out in 1974, it was pre-graphite, and the founder was building short light line fiberglass rods for backpackers and made his name in that niche. But soon after he founded the company, graphite came out, and he had this absolutely crazy idea that people told him couldn't be done, and that was to make a 9-foot for 4-line rod. But he saw the potential in that material and actually pulled it off and built the world's first 9-foot 4-weight, which really changed technical trout fishing and spring creek fishing at the time. And since then, we've done a ton of species-specific innovations, from the first warm water specific series, the first blue water rods, the first graphite switch rods before you could even buy a commercial fly line for them, or before there was even the name switch rod. So we've done a lot over the years to stay on the cutting edge of new species that people are fishing for or new techniques people are using. The ferrule is the way the parts connect so that you can build a rod of the length and line weight that you want. We've intentionally remained in a very small niche. We could have pursued reels and lines and all kinds of other things to drive growth, and get bigger and bigger. But we really like being specialists in fly rods. And it's really interesting because we only make the very best fly rods. We have 54 employees, and 50 of them are rod builders. So that tells you kind of where our priorities lie. It's like a family. We have a lot of long tenured employees. I've been here for over 30 years. We've really focused in on our specialty, which is building premium fly rods for specialty fly shops. And we stayed in that lane, and it's really been successful for us.
Back to the Gunnison for day 2 of our Montrose, Colorado fly fishing adventure. We've arrived later in the day, and for good reason. Today, the weather is shaping up to be perfect for brown trout. Overcast with the threat of a storm, and windy. Perfect conditions for summer hopper fishing.
Adam, another beautiful day here in Colorado. Different program, same stretch of river. What's up?
We're going on the evening trip today. We're looking for some lower light conditions, a little more fish, looking for some bigger fish, trying to get them to be dumb with the lower light conditions.
I like dumb fish.
Yeah.
Well, this is your favorite float to do this hour from like 4 p.m. until basically the hour before dark. So
Yeah, we call it power hour. The lower light conditions make the fish come out a little farther off the bank, still looking for those hoppers. Once the light gets down too low where we can't see the hoppers on the water anymore, we're gonna switch it to streamer fish.
Perfect. All right, well, let's get loaded up and let's go fishing.
Let's go fishing.
There you go, right away off the bank.
Oh.
8 downstream, slow eat again.
Another healthy one.
Yes, sir. Decent fish. Good way to start the evening, huh?
Very good way.
This evening, it is windy, and the wind's blowing upriver. For me, fishing a left-hand bank, it's great. I'm left-handed. The wind is blowing over my non-casting shoulder, which keeps the fly away from me. If I'm casting to the other side, that's a different story. But in order to be able to cut the wind, there's a couple things you can do. Number one is thumb position on the top of your cork. Make sure you're driving your fly rod forward with your thumb. It gives that rod a little bit extra flex and allows that line to turn over a little bit quicker. Number two is, if you can, try a little bit of a sidearm cast. Try to get that fly to cut underneath the wind. That helps as well. Now, the most important thing, and what Adam has done tonight, is he's shortened my leader down. This was a 9-foot leader. It's now looking at like 7 feet, 6.5, 7 feet long. A shorter leader doesn't get caught in the wind. With these dry flies, they're very wind resistant, so they will fly around in the wind. Shorter leader allows you to cut that wind and get that fly presented properly. So those things again, proper thumb grip on your cork, driving that fly forward, trying a sidearm cast, and of course shortening your leader to cut the wind.
Got that one. A jumper.
So Adam, as the light fades, you feel like these fish are going to move out from the banks?
Well, I think with the windy conditions we're dealing with right now, they're definitely gonna be more willing to come out from the banks because the wind's gonna be blowing these grasshoppers out of the grass. So the wind's gonna help us on our distance more than anything, but definitely at the same time, the lower light conditions is gonna give them more confidence.
When was the last time you did an evening float?
About 2 weeks ago. My wife really loves the evening float just because the fish aren't as particular. They're not as picky in the evening. If it's got the right profile, the right shape, they're gonna eat it. It's a little more easy fishing, I would say.
That's a good fish. Better fish, for sure. Haven't even seen it yet. Feels like a good one. Unless I got him lassoed.
I don't think you do.
And just a good fish, man. No, I'm feeling head shakes. I do have him lassoed.
You got him on the tail. Good fish, though. I'm gonna slide all the way across with him. Beauty. Really colorful.
Do you want me to take him?
Sure.
You know, that's a factor in fishing hoppers is oftentimes these fish attack voraciously. They might miss it, but on their way back down, they get the hopper in the tail or in the backside somewhere. But it happens, and you know, not a caught fish, but still a fun fish.
Beauty.
Came right out of the water for that one.
Water to eat it, yeah. Back to the grass, back to the fish.
It's funny how that works. That's the most aggressive fish we've had this trip. All right. That was fun. Love it when they come out of the water.
Look at the spots on that guy. But just like you said, a little more aggressive fish, a little lower light conditions, a little cloudy out now. They get a little more brazen.
A little more brown trouty. Still doesn't mean you don't have to put it close though, right?
It is close.
Oh, good fish. The hopper bite is on in Colorado. Let me tell you, this is fun. 100% fun. Nice grab. Good fish, man. Really good fish.
Nice work.
They are a little more aggressive tonight. That's an 18-incher.
I think so. Big teeth on these guys.
If you're not bleeding, you're not trout fishing.
And he ate it. Oh, he slapped at it.
Really?
Yeah.
Slow eat. I was just gonna ask you, Adam, you know, yesterday we were fishing shadows as structure.
Yep.
Now we've got cloud cover, the sun's below the hills over here. We don't have the luxury of shadows, right? So we're fishing traditional structure like pockets, logs, rocks, and grass outcroppings. Is there anything else I should be looking for?
Definitely, those are really all the right places. Man, that's a good fish you got there. Yeah, just the pockets where you know fish live. We're trying to really zone in on the places where I know that a fish is going to be in that feeding line.
That's good fish.
And looking for some really good food to come by. That's a healthy one there.
Is it ever?
You can definitely tell from the last two fish we've caught, the lower the light conditions get, the better the fishing gets a little bit.
We've caught 2 quality fish today, right? Already.
Yeah, this is a great way to get away from the crowds a little bit. This evening trip, I haven't seen another boat on the water this afternoon. Have you, Mark?
No, not at all.
So we're out here by ourselves. We're focusing on these banks and looking for the bigger fish.
Did you see that? Look like there's a caddis downstream from the fly.
Uh-huh. And a fish rose downstream of it. See, rose again.
And with that, Adam decides to make a change in flies.
See, this is what I'm talking about. What, like you're eating caddis. Why wouldn't you eat something that is 15 times bigger for protein? Like they just get cued in on it, right?
Well, cued in on it, yes. And I mean, any other boat that's come through here has already thrown a grasshopper at them today also.
Yeah.
So that fish might have already got a sore face from the grasshopper, and we'll try to trick him with something else. So I'm not even gonna take the grasshopper off. I'm just gonna give him a smaller offering off the backside of it.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're eating. I just saw them eat a natural.
Caddis?
Yep. They're falling from the bush.
Oh, there's a nose right on the bank up from the...
Up from the stump?
Yep, 10 feet up from the stump. There is a fish.
Good call, Adam.
Oh, that one's got some meat on him.
Yes, he does. So we've come to this slick area, and Adam noticed a bunch of noses, really subtle noses coming up. So we dropped the anchor, reset, put 18 parachute Adams on, and target fished that fish that was rising by that stump over there, and first cast in the zone, and he came and ate it. And it was, you know, the eats that we've been seeing have been super subtle, but he ate it downstream with aggression. This is good fish. You said there's 4X on here or 5?
4.
Oh, that is so fun. That's the ultimate in trout fishing, when you can target practice these things. Nice. Sweet.
Doesn't get any better than that.
No, sir. It does not.
Small dry fly, perfect cast, power hour.
Power hour.
Sun's already down, watching fish rise.
That is 100% fun. Dude, I don't know why you don't do this every night. This is super fun.
I don't know why more people don't do it. I mean, I've probably been doing this evening float for 2 years now, because when I had a day job, this was the only time I could float. Got that one.
Because I wasn't watching. So we've come down to these narrows, and we've had an absolute blast missing fish. They've been taking it slow. I've been waiting. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. I just don't think they're eating it. But I finally got one to be connected. It's a good fish. Now I got his head. I can winch him in. That's a good fish. Holy crap!
Another great fish.
Stud brown trout. That is so fun.
And he has a full belly from eating hoppers all day. Size 16, 14, more hopper.
As the sun begins to set, things really get going.
He followed it for a ways, too.
He did. Got a slow eater to eat. Finally. Oh, it's great that you can see him come like that, huh?
Yeah.
Look how silver this guy is. That's pretty cool. And it's always like this.
I've never seen it any different.
That's
That took
unbelievable.
2 whole casts to catch another fish. Jumper.
Cookie cutter 15, 16-inch fish is okay by me.
And they're all so fat. Thank you, Mr. Brown Trout.
You know, in the saltwater world, I would never want to be a mullet or a shrimp. I don't think I'd ever want to be a grasshopper on a trout stream.
Not right here. Right there he was. And right there, you got him.
Adam, this is special.
Well, especially for there to be 0 other boats on the water.
Yeah, we've seen a couple wade fishermen, that's it. Just unbelievable.
Another football. But there's so many fish on these banks. I mean, we could stop and target every single fish that we see rise and really make this take a long time, or we could just keep going and look for hungry fish. I mean, just like that one.
Jeez, just insane.
That one's got some horsies on him.
Every bit of this 5-weight. Another pretty one. Oops, see that one?
Heads everywhere. Tried to knock him off. It was almost iridescent on his side. He ate the whole thing, though. Thank you, Mr. Fish.
This is a really good fishery for kids, right? Because you've got shots at tons of fish, and kids can practice and they can figure things out. And they, you know, it's good for anybody.
I think this is a really good fishery for beginners, kids. There's lots of opportunities to see fish. Even if we're not catching every fish we see, there's really good opportunities to keep people engaged, to keep someone engaged in dry fly fishing and watching that fly and looking for the fishy location and
learning how to hook set.
And learning how to set the hook are all things that will really help out someone, but really draw people to the sport. I mean, there is nothing more fun than this in fly fishing that I've ever found. The puzzle aspect of it, the river's always different. It's never the same. We know what it should be, but if you don't ever change flies, you don't ever know.
Yeah.
And whether you tie your own flies or you buy your own flies, I mean, local knowledge is great, but trying something new is always exciting.
Especially when it works.
Especially when it works.
Skate him to you, perfect.
Gunnison Football. Fly goes back in the water.
And with that fish and fading light, we decide to call it a day. We didn't even have to switch to streamers as these browns fed willingly on top, crushing hoppers all evening. What a fishery. What an evening. Another fly fishing company that calls Montrose, Colorado home is Abel Fly Reels. We were lucky enough to see how these reels were machined in their state-of-the-art facility right in town. Engineer Dan Herford.
So my name's Dan Herford, and I'm a design engineer here at Mayfly Products. I'm in charge of designing new products, revision on old products, and just working through troubles that exist in the manufacturing world. Back here is where all of our bar stock comes in. Traditionally, it takes the form of big, long pieces of extruded aluminum, and then we will use our automated saw to cut those parts into what we call pucks, and then this is what will end up making your frame and spool for the reel. With these types of machines is how Ross and Abel started, like we were talking about, taking those pucks down through the operations required to produce a finished spool or frame. This particular part has only undergone one operation. It will then go through a few more before it's a finished spool or frame, and then it will be processed and anodized. If we come to some of these newer machines, we're able to go from that cut puck that I was showing earlier into a near finished part in just one operation. Doing this method of manufacturing is able to give us a lot less human error into the process, and also just speed up how we're able to process these reels and keep quality through the process. Continuing with that method of manufacturing we were talking about, a machine like this with a robot, we're able to load those pucks and basically consistently keep that running as long as we have a job that needs parts. So basically, as soon as customer demand comes through, we can load up programs and pucks into this robot, and it'll basically run all night and produce finished parts in one operation. So in general, those are the few different ways that we process frames and spools for reels, but that's just part of the story. We then need to produce all the small parts and components that go into making a full reel. So over here are some of the places that we make small parts. If we look at this machine right here, He's just started a new run, and these are SDF spindle housings. So some of our reels take up to 30 plus components to make the finished reel. Most people just think of a frame and a spool when they think of a reel, but we're also producing all the different unique parts for each reel, both large and small. Once parts are finished in the machine shop, they take their way over to handwork. You can see some of these parts in a machine shop, at the very least, get a little bit dirty, and they'll need cleaned up or even hand worked, as in deburring and cleaning up blemishes before they're finished and sent off to be anodized and then received and assembled. These parts go from a relatively rough state off of the machine, and then they come to handwork, whereas you can see Rebecca here is actually cutting away burrs before they're then tumbled and then sent to anodize. Once the parts are finished through handwork, then they are finally ready to go to what we call pre-store. And that is where they will sit until the customer's demand requires that they be sent out to be anodized, received back, and assembled. So here we have a store of ready parts. If you were to compare this finish to a part straight off of a machine, you would notice it's much smoother and there are no sharp edges or anything that might snag or impede the function of the reel in use. In general, those are the processes to create a frame, a spool, and then all the small components needed to make up a reel. Different families going across the shop right now, but this sort of line is how we do things in general.
It's day 3 on the Gunnison, just outside of Montrose, Colorado. Today, we're at it early and fishing with Ed's Fly Shop owner, Ed Levinus, and the shop's head guide, Robert Cato.
I think that thing is like scaled out. It's actually like, the whole thing is actually 17 inches, but it says 24.
This is Robert Cato. He's the head guide here at Ed's Fly Shop. Robert, we've had a couple days of bluebird skies, hot sun. Clouds have moved in. What's the order for the day today?
I'd say it's a little cooler weather. In the morning, I know you had a great day dry fly fishing with grasshopper terrestrials, but I've been out here almost every morning, and the dry fly scene in the morning has been weaning off a little bit. Smaller size, dries, little micro chubbies, and maybe ladybugs. Yeah.
Ladybugs. That's worth a shot.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Well, let's get loaded up and let's see what we can do.
Yeah, so we'll probably switch off to dry dropper as a standard program, as we can't really capitalize on dry flies anymore. We'll get some shots at the dry dropper.
All right.
It's been looking pretty good.
Let's go fishing.
Yeah.
It fast becomes clear that Robert's guiding style is that of a teacher, helping Ed and I with all aspects of our casting and our presentations.
All right, again, right when the grass starts, hit that grass, right on the bank. No, you gotta beat it. God, I'm on the ladybug. You're probably dragging by now. Let's send it again. Oh, man. Let's find where it's at. I see it. Ed, that was it. Stay ahead, and you'll buy a little bit of time until you bed. And pick it up. Hit that hole. Yep. Nice.
After a brief spell of weather, things start to turn on. The browns are still looking up.
You have room? Thanks. Come on, fish. That looks so good.
Nice, cutting off that flat rock. There you go. There you go.
On the chubby. Good fish. So we've got a 3-fly system on here with the chubby Chernobyl holding up 2 nymphs. 4mm beaded nymphs, so they're big and heavy. It's been a little slow this morning, which is fine.
There you go.
But we got one in the hole. Nice. Good fish.
What do you think? Nice little kipe.
Yep.
Yep.
Good way to start the day.
All right, go ahead and pick up your rig, clean up anything you have to, check out if there's stuff on your rig. Starting about underneath this big cottonwood tree, watch for fences and all kinds of stuff in there. Get it closer in the soft water. There you go, Mende. Hey, there you go. Not bad. He's a little lengthy, right there. Kiss him. All right. Let's stay to the right today. The left was pretty quiet. It's fish this shallow little gradient. All right, let's start fishing left. We got some better feature down here. The bank up above was way too deep.
Oh, oh.
There we go.
Paying attention.
Come on, man, get with it. There we go. Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. Just don't look at him.
Don't pay attention.
You go ahead. Yeah. All right, we got a nice little drop off into this left bank on the far seam. I'm gonna get you a little closer to that far seam. Just follow that seam all the way down. There's a nice pile of foam. Foam is home. No risk it, no biscuit. There we go, big mend-up. There we go.
Good fish.
Rainbow.
Rainbow, first rainbow of the trip.
Rainbow, rainbow, rainbow. We may have to drop him down.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, let's give him a new apartment here. I think he was sick of that spot. He's like, take me somewhere. I gotta move out of here. He wants to hang out with the cool kids. There we go. I'm gonna pull into the left eddy here.
Yep. It's a little bit more difficult fishing a hopper dropper system because you can't get it quite as close to the bank
Right.
as you'd generally like to if you're fishing a single fly.
Right.
But droppers are so effective on slow days. Droppers are effective on any day, really. Nice. Good fish. First rainbow of the trip. Sweet. Well, that was fun.
Yeah. But did you kind of feel the difference in the fight?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Just like,
Yeah, they're spazzes.
yeah. Right at the shallow, if you can see it. There you go. There you go.
Any movement on that indicator, Chubby, set the hook. That thing, it was in the riffle. It looked like it was, just going with the flow. And you set the hook, and there's a fish. I just thought it was drowned.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Now that fish was sitting right nosed up to this green grass here, waiting for food to tumble over. They'll sit right up tight, nose into the drop, just waiting for the buffet to open up and things to come on down. Good brown trout.
Oh, damn.
Nice.
Look at that. You like that?
That's a fantastic fish.
On the cat hair.
That's amazing.
Yeah, if a fish is sitting there, they are feeding. There's no
Absolutely.
what or if.
And there's probably more than one. They're probably sitting there in a group just waiting for things. Look at that. That's fantastic.
Look at that.
Good one.
That's probably like 18, 19, I don't know. Where's that sticker? Here, let's get that sticker going.
Yep.
All right, let's fish the banks. Get the out of here.
It's turning on, Cato.
Oh, look
Another
at that.
another good brown trout. Another great fish.
Are they?
What tippet's on this dropper?
3X to 4X. Watch that anchor line. Holy moly.
That's a fat sack of fat right there. It's fat, huh?
Yeah, he's been eating pretty good. Look at that. Oh, I'm gonna let him go. Get it done, boss. Oh, Molly! All right, I'm gonna hook to the left side, hit that left channel. All right, current start pick up by the bank. Still pretty slow though. Watch for grass. There we go. Nice, dude.
Good fish.
Here we go, boss.
On the chubby.
Great fish, man.
That's a chunky one, man. There we go.
Good fish.
Look at this guy. Yeah, man. Yeah. Thanks, buddy.
That's fun.
That's pretty wild, man. There we go. These fish don't care.
So one of the things I'm doing out of the back of the boat is I'm watching where Ed's casting, and I'm making sure that my flies do not go anywhere near his line. The guy in the front of the boat generally has access to the best seam or the best piece of structure, but if you keep an eye on where they're casting and cast either a little bit closer, a little bit further, you've got a great chance at hooking up, simply because sometimes fish simply won't move that far to get to the fly. So if you can keep your eye on the flies of your fishing buddy and not throw it in the same line as them, you're gonna have a lot more success fishing out of the back of the boat. For example, if they fish the outside of a seam, throw to the inside. It's just make sure that you don't fish the same water that fly rig has already just been through. Cato, on this trip, you've really been working with me on mending.
Yeah.
Hey, oh, that was a fish. Why are you so adamant about people mending properly?
Well, drag. I mean, these fish are, we caught a lot of fish today, but they're definitely looking for a good drift. They're not all that stupid, And especially on the dry fly fishing, there's a mend up and loop up. You're just trying to buy time. So I'm more focused on casting the dry fly than mending, actually. But
now, do you find these fish also, if you don't mend up,
yeah,
and your line gets ahead of the fly, you're gonna be spooking these fish too?
No, it's just your fly's gonna start dragging. It's gonna move sideways, which their food source never really do.
Yeah.
Yeah. You still want to present the fly correctly than just skating sideways, right?
That's the other thing about mending too, right? Is that you're moving the nymphs.
Exactly. So you're basically trying to buy as much time as possible with this one mend, right? Especially the first mend. If you don't get your first mend right, you're gonna keep mending it to fix it in between shorter period of time, and then your fly's all over the place.
Come on, fish.
Give it a good mend. There you go. There you go.
Oh,
Oh,
that's a good
yeah.
fish. That's a good one.
Oh, yeah. Away from the boat. Ooh, ah. There you go.
Good grab. Nice fish, man.
Woo-hoo. It's been
a quality day.
Fantastic. Man.
Awesome stuff.
It's like almost an average today.
Yeah, it's been crazy, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I got one. There you go.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. Sweet. Good one, dude.
Fish of the day, that's heavy as hell. Good 3-4 pounds for sure, at least.
Good fish.
Wow, dude.
What an unbelievable day here fishing the Gunnison River in Montrose, Colorado. It was banner with big fish and lots of them. We're gonna head back to Riverbend and relax for the evening. We're doing it all again tomorrow.
While here in Montrose, Colorado, fishing out of Ed's Fly Shop, we had the pleasure of staying at the Riverbend RV Park and Cabins. Riverbend, on the banks of the Uncompadre River, is perfect for traveling anglers with a variety of lodging options available. For those who might want space to spread out, the Riverbend Suite is perfect. A large suite with king bed, full kitchen, living and dining area, the Riverbend Suite is rustic luxury with all the amenities one could want. A variety of other lodging options are available as well, including deluxe cabins, rustic cabins, tent sites, and a fully serviced RV park. Riverbend is quiet, quaint, and a short drive to all Montrose, Colorado has to offer. With full amenities throughout the property, anglers will need for nothing during a stay at Riverbend RV Park and Cabins. For those of you who value time spent outdoors, investing in reliable tools is essential to making the most of your experience in nature. A durable, affordable, and timeless wristwatch is the perfect companion for any angler. And that's exactly what Vair watches are built for. Assembled in America and backed by a guaranteed waterproof warranty, Vair watches offer the ideal balance of affordability and performance. Stay on time and focus on the moments that matter most.
So the equipment used for this Gunnison River trout adventure based out of Ed's Fly Shop in Montrose, Colorado is as follows. First of all, it does get windy here, so I chose to bring along a 9'6" 5-weight fly rod. The extra 6 inches really allows you to punch that wind. The other reason is sometimes you're throwing a 3-fly system, so a hopper with 2 droppers underneath, and that extra 6 inches really allows you to create a bigger arc so you're not tangled throwing those 3 flies. The other rod we had was a 9-foot 5-weight rod. This rod we used for dry fly presentations, so for those Moorish hoppers, as well as any caddis flies that we were throwing. The lines were matched to the weight of the rod, so 5-weight, weight forward floating lines. Leader material is 9 to 12 foot tapered leaders in 3X with 4X tippet if needed. Reels are important. You really want to have a reel that has a great pickup system. This is a mid to large arbor reel. You are going to be fighting a lot of these fish in the current, so to be able to get that line on the reel once they've run using the current is vital. So that's the equipment you need for this Ed's Fly Shop Gunnison River trout adventure out of Montrose, Colorado.
Here's a fly that we were using for the trip. Moorish hopper, size 12, 14, smaller size. Another top water in the morning, size 14 micro chubby in purple. Another one, ladybug with 7 dots on them, size 14, 16. Then dry dropper rig. Had a double dry dropper rig with chubby Chernobyl. I just picked whatever color. This one's olive, size 8. Pink jig, little soft tackle, pink bead, size 12. There's no name for it. It's my own tie, little caddis imitation. This one's also my version of Higa's SOS, size 16, jigged hook, 3mm bees.
The next day, we managed to get a couple of friends out fishing on the Gunnison.
If it's a big pool and if you don't mend it, then it just
Jim Barshi from Scott Fly Rods,
which instead I want it to be kind of coming forward.
And Brandon Van Newton, Ed's fly shop manager. Today should play out like every other day on the Gunny. Excellent.
You look like a 4-year-old doggy paddling.
Of course, Robert Cato is guiding us today, along with up-and-coming guide Brandon Van Newton.
Good, how are you?
Good, man. This is Brandon Van Newton. He's the shop manager at Ed's Fly Shop. Brandon, we had an unbelievable day on the lower Gunny. We're gonna do the same stretch today.
Correct.
What's your game plan?
My game plan today are streamer, so subsurface stuff. So I'm kind of thinking of going more of the lines of streamers, big black streamers is kind of my route. I love to throw streamers. I even have a swing rig rigged up, so we might even throw the swing a little bit, see if anything wants to take it. But I love this lower stretch, gets a little bit less pressure, so fish are a little less finicky. So I'm having high hopes for the streamer game today.
All right, well, let's see what we can do.
Yep, we'll see.
All right.
We get set up and Brandon runs through the program for the day.
If there's let's say a big pool or something, like a pool on the bank, I like to get it right hitting the bank every time, of course. But if it's a big pool, mend, strip, strip, strip. As where if it's moving, kind of like how it is here, it's cast, strip, 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 no mend. So I'll kind of,
movement.
Yep, immediate movement.
Okay.
And while Brandon has me fishing a streamer,
and what leader have you got on here?
I build my leaders, so it's just a stiff butt, and then probably like an, 8-footer, maybe a little shorter. I like the shorter leaders for my streamers.
2X?
1X.
he has Jim fishing a dry fly, batting cleanup.
Ooh, on the dry.
Nice. Nice fish.
Ooh, jumper. Oh, good fish.
Yeah, good way to start the day, Jim.
Here, should I?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Cool. How did he eat it? They've been eating super slow last couple days.
That's how he ate it.
Yeah.
Slow
Well,
eat.
I waited to set because I saw he went, doop, and then I just let him sink. Once I saw him sink, then I set him.
Can have a little bit of everything on this river.
Well, we've done it. We've done a little bit of everything.
Yep.
You know? One of the good ways that you could keep your streamer in the strike zone a little bit longer is to actually throw an upstream mend. Never mind, just a second. Let me just lens this fish and I'll carry on. So what I did there was I actually made that cast and threw an upstream mend towards the bank. And what that does is that allows that fly to actually travel on your retrieve upstream a little bit before it starts to swing out into the main river. Little brand, that's a fat fish. So if these fish are related to the bank, you can actually increase your chances of hooking up more fish by putting that fly in the strike zone a little bit longer by doing that mend cast. So what I'll do is cast it down to the bank, throw a big bend into it, and then start my strip. And that brings that fly parallel to the bank before it actually moves it out into the river. It's very effective. Brendan, I've missed a couple of fish today. Major angler error.
Major angler error.
What kind of set do I need to do on these trout?
So if fishing the streamer, I would definitely say the strip set. I mean, we got 1X on, everything like that. We're not gonna like sit there and pop off flies, but yeah, the strip set is just, I mean, it's not bad to have a little bit of trout setting if you know he's kind of on it and he really chomped on it. Like if they, usually, you know, it's a reaction thing. Like if something explodes on the streamer and it creates a big pop on the water surface, you just want a trout set. That's just how it works, especially being a trout guy. And you know, sometimes it works, but definitely, yeah, the trout set. I mean, not the trout set, the strip set.
Ooh. Wasn't paying attention.
God dang it.
Son of a... I'd like to say no. I don't know. It doesn't feel like they're really committing.
Yep, I wanted to change color. I was literally just thinking about that. Yeah, so here I'm gonna drop anchor really quick. And do something a little different.
And a switch of color from black to a tandem setup seems to have made the difference.
So we just came through this convergence here where river left meets river right. And I dropped this fly, this streamer, into the eddy that's on the other side and gave it 1 or 2 strips. And this little guy came up and ate it. In the slower water,
oh, he doesn't like the net.
Oh. I'm not helping you.
There we go.
So when you come through areas like that where you've got 2 pieces of fast water moving together or coming together, don't be afraid to drop your flies into that hydraulic. That's where a lot of the food will sit and swirl around. That's where that guy was and paid off, right?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
Streamer fish, love it. Faster moving water.
That was cool.
All right, good fish. Nice one.
Nice.
Not too bad.
Not bad, no.
We stop for a quick break and Jim suggests he jump on the other boat and let Brandon take the rod.
So midday break, we're gonna switch things up a bit. Robert Cato's gonna be our guide for the afternoon, and we're gonna put Brandon in the front. He's Scott Rod's pro staff, and be fun to see him fish. So we're gonna go fishing.
Yep, you're good.
There we go.
Oh, double.
Go back, go back. I'm gonna come just in front of you.
Wow. Oh.
Oh, that's sick.
That was pretty cool. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one.
Well, it was a fantastic day fishing with Jim and Brandon. Tomorrow is our final day in Montrose, Colorado. The next morning, we meet in front of the shop and get ready for our final day on the water. Joining us today is Ed Levinus and his better half, Michelle Bangert. She loves the Montrose region and the fly fishing opportunities it affords. As co-owner of Ed's Fly Shop, she doesn't get out as much as she'd like, but Michelle and Ed take every opportunity they can to get out on the river. We pull up to the put-in and get ready for another day floating the lower Gunnison.
Right there. Hey, hit him. There we go.
There we go.
Not a bad fish. Let him have it if he needs it. Just yank his ass in here. There we
There
go.
we go.
First one. Where are you fishing?
I'm just watching you.
Fish. Is this kind of the average size, Cato?
Yeah, it's an average, but he's very healthy compared to like 4 years ago. They're just like, we're gonna die. All right, we're gonna keep banking left side.
Yep.
All right, that's good, we got him. Now fight him a little bit. Slide, if you can get his nose, now you can slide, there you go.
There we go, he jumped.
Coming in hot.
He jumped right in.
Nothing too special. Hey!
Yeah, but
got him.
But still, Cato.
Nice.
Okay, lift up, lift up, lift up.
Come on, guy.
Lift up.
There you go. Some fish in here.
Another healthy brown, pretty spunky. Get him. Got it, there you go.
There we go.
You got it, you got it, you got it.
Uh-huh.
Nice. We're
Okay.
good right here.
Okay.
Now try to lift, keep him up, keep him up,
Keep him up, keep him up, keep him up, keep
Just
him
slide
up.
his ass in here, bam.
There we go. Yay. That's pretty good, Cato. A rainbow on top of a brown.
Get him, good one. Let him go, let him take it, let him take
Okay,
it, let him
okay.
take it. You're good, you got him, you got him. Nice, same tension,
Okay.
all right?
Okay.
Watch that rock, get him on this side of it, there you go,
Yeah.
you got him, you got him.
What do you think?
There we go. Now
There we go.
keep him
Come
right
on,
there.
Guy. Come on.
There we go.
There we go.
We got him.
Nice. Oh, he's a nice-sized fish.
That's what we needed.
Yeah, we did. Good job, Cato.
Well, that's about all the time we have for this episode of The New Fly Fisher, coming to you from Ed's Fly Shop in the heart of Montrose, Colorado. I want to thank everyone at Ed's Fly Shop, Riverbend RV Park and Cabins, and of course, the great people of Montrose, Colorado. Remember, adventure is out there. All you need to do is go and find it, and what better way than with a fly rod in your hand? For more on our series, check us out on all the socials as well as thenewflyfisher.com. For everyone here at The New Fly Fisher, thanks for watching. My name is Mark Melnyk, and hopefully we'll see you soon on the Gunnison River in Montrose, Colorado.
The New Fly Fisher is supported by Montrose, Colorado, Ed's Fly Shop, Their Watches, Scientific Anglers, Trout Unlimited,